At the current moment, I want to talk about the racism that is getting worse in our country. I know racism has been bad in this country, in South Africa. We've been facing this racism problem for a very long time in South Africa. And it seems like the people who are pushing this racism, they don't want to stop it. There have been some measures that have been tried before to try and tackle this problem of racism, but none of them worked because the other parts or the other people who are pushing this thing, they're not willing to compromise or to play a part or to try and stop this racism because they know that they are the ones who are pushing this racism thing. Of course, there will be some other people who are also sometimes pushing them to those ends, but they know they are the ones who need to put some effort to stop this racism because, as soon as you mention the word racist, what comes in your mind when I say racist? So whoever came in your mind when I say racist, that should tell you something about that race. They need to change. They need to work on themselves to say, why are we even racist? Like, why are we racist? Why do we hate the other people? I mean, there's no need. Like, why? Okay. There were ways that we tried before trying to tackle this racism problem. But what if I was to tell you that there is another way that we can try and implement to tackle this racism problem that we have in our country? I know it's not only in our country, but in other countries as well, they have this problem of racism. But the solution that I can say, I believe it can help us to stop this racism thing that's going on. I believe if we can have more mixed race kids in this country, I believe if we can produce more mixed race kids in our country, that could help us to stop this racism thing. How can having mixed race kids help us to stop this racism in our country? Remember, the problem is with the other race, hating the other race, or looking down on the other race, right? So, and also the other race will also be influenced to also hate the other race because, bruh, why are you doing this to us, right? Yeah, so having these mixed race kids in your house as a person of color, or let's say maybe the people of color now, they have a mixed race kid in their house, that will prevent them from saying whatever bad thing about the other race, because now you can't say bad things about the other race because now we have someone who's one of them in our house. Same applies to the other race. If they can have someone who has our genes, someone who is related to us, someone who's part of us, or someone who's one of us having that kid in that house of the other race, that will prevent the other race to speak bad about us or to continue teaching each other that we are bad people, or us talking bad about the other race. This is how it will work. Remember, there's this problem of racism, obviously. So whenever there's a problem in this country, it's always a thing of the other race is saying this and the other race is trying to defend themselves. The other race will say another thing. These ones are saying this and these ones are saying, no, you're lying. No, don't talk like that's about us. Don't say that about us. And there's a huge misunderstanding that is going on between the two races, right? Sometimes not even between the two races, because we have more races. Like, we are a rainbow nation in this country, so it means we have more other races other than these ones who are always like on each other's necks. So whenever you will try or whenever we will have the problems that we were having last week. It's not even last week. It's been going on for 2 months now. I don't know if it's been for 2 months, but in the last few weeks in South Africa, we've had this huge problem of misunderstanding between the races of South Africa. So now, imagine if we had more mixed race kids in each household, right? Whenever we have these misunderstandings, these kids will play a mediator between the two races, because these ones, they don't understand the other ones. We stay too far apart from each other. We stay too far apart from each other. That's one of the reasons why we don't understand each other. We do not understand each other. When we complain about something, these ones, they think, bruh, like they don't take us serious. And these ones, when they complain about something, we also don't understand. So how about we have someone who's gonna be inside their houses, someone who's gonna be inside our houses, understanding both races at the same time. Whenever there's a misunderstanding, this one will teach this one that no, it's not like that. My other side of the family believes like that things are like this and like that and like that. Try to explain to them the dynamics or the situation or the things that we go through as the other race. And the other race as well, the kid will explain to us that, you know what, you guys, what you don't understand about them is this and that and that and that and that. So the kids will bridge the gap between the two races. And now you can't hate the other race because now you are related to someone who's that race now. That's how having this mixed race kids would help in the society. Now you can't hate the other race because you have someone who's part of them and that person is related to you. You are their uncle, you are their aunt, you are their mom. You are their father. So you can't hate your own people. Now the other people become your people now. We do have a way to solve this problem of racism. Unfortunately, this is the only way. Because clearly we don't understand each other. We've tried so many ways to understand like the other side, but the other side sometimes they sound like very condescending to us. And us sometimes it do sound condescending to them sometimes when they're trying to explain whatever that they're explaining to us. So if we can try and do this, of course, it won't be easy. Of course, it won't be as easy as I see it here, because remember, we don't have access to each other since we stay too far apart. The only people who are